Good morning students. This is the second class of corporate governance concepts. In the first class, we'll discuss regarding the what is the meaning of corporate governance and what is the definition of corporate governance in different ways. My dear students, corporate governance means it is a 3P and 2S. 3P means it is principles, practice and procedure and policy, means procedure, policy, practice, and 2S means it is a system, another one is standard. My dear student, corporate governance means the system should be there, the policy should be there, practice should be there, some standards should be there, another one is some system is there. It means through which the particular company stands. Without these policy and standard and practice, the business cannot exist or the corporate house cannot be successful one. My dear students, if I go through this detailed way of corporate governance in India, the SEBI has constituted different series of committee with regards to corporate governance. First one, Kumar Mangalam Birla Committee in 2000. Second, Narayan Murthy Committee in 2003. Third, Adi Godrej Committee in 2012. To come up with different corporate governance norms for India incorporation, means for Indian corporate houses. And some another committee also formed to review these committees regarding the corporate governance. Last one committee is Uday Kotak Committee. So why it is required? This is required, a policy, a system is created through which the business can operate properly. Otherwise, they are focusing with the any type of fraud, any type of embellishment, any type of mischievous activities which is carried out by the CEO. And there are different types of white collar crimes may be focused with these companies also. It means the corporate governance of India is also different from another country. Different countries have a different corporate governance. A different type of, it is a one mechanism or it is a one type of course or it is a one type of standard and strategy formulated and it is also executed also. The codes and policy procedures should be there. If you talk about these codes, standard, policy, procedure, strategy formulation and the execution level is there is another way of doing the business or right approachness, right fairness, right transparency level, right accountability level and responsibility level. These are the pillars of corporate governance, which is rightly or right way of based upon some cultures, some traditions, some legal structures and also ownership structures. If you talk about culture, You say the Marwadis are good at business. If you talk about legal structure or tradition, the Tata, the group of companies is very best. If you talk about ownership structure, there is some of the trusts are there, and some ownership structure also changes with relevance of after some time period. For example, Anil Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, they are two brothers, and their approach of doing the business is different from one another. If you talk about Birla Group, their tradition and their culture is something different of doing their business. But here, the Kumar Mangalam Birla Committee, Narayana Murthy Committee, Adi Godrej Committee and Uday Kotak Committee are formed to review further, to elaborate regarding the corporate governance. In previously, I have already discussed regarding pillars of corporate governance are, it is intersect with one another. Fairness of doing business, accountability, I am accountable towards to satisfying the stakeholders, responsibility, it is a moral responsible, the business should be go for a longer period of time, or I can put a handful with the different policy and practices approach should be implemented in a responsibility manner, and also transparency. The business transactions should be carried out within transparent manner. Fairness, accountability, responsibility and transparency. These are the four pillars of corporate governance. And these four pillars require some oil, that is called as a policy, procedure, practice. Another one is standard, and also another part is system. Why system is required? These three P's can be properly engaged with this system is required. My dear students, corporate governance means good governance. Corporate governance means good business. Corporate governance means satisfying the stakeholder. Corporate governance means satisfying the customer also. Who are the customer? We have to discuss later on. If you talk about stakeholders of the corporate governance, one stakeholder is supplier, another stakeholder is customer, another one is the government, another one stakeholder is major stakeholder is society, another stakeholder is employee. These five stakeholders are they have to satisfy with their need and approach. Then only the corporate governance can success. If we talk about characteristics of good corporate governance, first one is the clear strategy. Clear strategy means whether my business have a good strategy, good mission, good vision and good way of doing business, whether my business should be identify a profitable nature, or whether my business should be a target towards a particular market, or whether my business reaches with a particular customer, means particular segment of customer. That is called as a clear strategy. It means I have to, or the company has unclear about their strategy of doing their business. Second one is the risk management effective. Risk management means diversification of business. Whether my particular business will be diversified with a new type of another type of business, whether the economy fluctuations or any shortage of raw material will affect my business, whether the consumer behavior approach can change my business, whether diversification of operation in different markets is applicable to the particular business. These are evaluation stages of a risk management. As already stated, where there is more risk, there is more return. But here we do not count about investment. We count about how the particular business will exist in a different market, or whether my business operation or economic fluctuation will sustain in a particular business. Another one is the discipline. Discipline means effective implementation. Effective implementation of rules, effective implementation of regulation, effective implementation of policy, procedure, practice, or effective implementation of a new strategy to push up a new market, or mobilizing the skilled manpower and then tackle the new type of business. The initiation, the new ways through policy and resolution strategies should be carried out, so that is called as a discipline. I have to obey some of the rules, regulation, bindings, and a company management should be spent on developing a new type of strategy to equip with a new mode of business. Another one is fairness. It is also a important aspect for the management of the company, those who are board of directors. Fairness of approach means fairness towards all stakeholders. Fairness approach means there is a, not only the company should be focused on long-term benefits, not short-term benefits. Fairness approach means doing the business in transparent way, or treating the customer in fairly. It means the dividend should be paid in time, the interest should be paid in time, and the services should be delivered to the customer in time, and the meetings should be held in time. That is called as fairness. Another one is transparency. It is also another pillar of a corporate governance. Without transparency, no business can exist. It means there is a requirement of transparency of transactions. Whether for example, with the lack of transparency, the Satyam company is nowhere. With the lack of transparency, the Vijay Mallya company Kingfisher is nowhere. With the lack of transparency means the financial performance of the company can be opened up for the public at large. Another part is social responsibility. It is also another part of a pillars of a, or it's a important aspect of a corporate governance. Social responsibility means responsible towards customer, responsible towards stakeholder, or responsible towards not only the community services, or responsible towards a good governance level where the company should be, it is a practice, should be carried out to promote some of the social development or local communities should be developed in form of roads, dams, schools, colleges, and other one is the different awareness programs. That is responsibility, or that is social responsibility. Social responsibility means the part of a profit of the company in every year as per the different rules and guidelines, the amount should be spent towards the community development, or it's a promotes the social awareness of approach. That is called as a social responsibility. And next one is the self-evaluation. Self-evaluation means they evaluate the company. How you want to evaluate? Every year, different newspapers can evaluate the company. How the employee, how the customers, how the other stakeholders are satisfied with this company. Different newspapers or different channels has developed a new segment that is called as the best place of doing, or the best place of a work in a particular company. These can be evaluated every year. That improves the company's efficiency, performance, and attitude of doing their business for their different stakeholders. These are the characteristics. My dear students, one is strategy, another one is risk management, discipline, fairness of approach, transparency, and social responsibility, and self-evaluation. My dear students, corporate governance means it covers with the policy, procedure, practice, with system, and some of the new adoption. There is a 4 pillars are there. One is transparency, responsibility, accountability. These are the pillars of corporate governance. If you talk about objectives of corporate governance, why it is needed? It is a need of our to develop the community. It means social responsibility. As per New Companies Act amended in 2013 stated the social responsibility amount should be 2% of the profit should be invested for the community development. Why it is needed? Objective is transparent. The transaction of the working system of a company should be transparent. Where there is any mismanagement, where there is any type of wrong approach of doing business. Another objective is accountable for the management for a different functioning of a corporate. Accountable of a top level management, hierarchy level of management. Another objective is promote interest of the shareholders. Shareholders require profit. Shareholder require dividend. Shareholder require some of the benefit. Or another one is the objective is to create a good culture, ethical values. The value should be created. Culture should be created like Tata. Then only the particular business can exist. Otherwise, the culture, the culture cannot be created properly, the best example is the Yes Bank. Yes Bank, what Yes Bank happened? The owner has doing the mischievous activities of changing their stake of or transferring stake from the one person to another. That's why this is the wrong culture, wrong approach of doing business. The Yes Bank, Rana family is nowhere. Now CBI is inquired about the Rana family. CBI is inquired about how the Rana family, Yes Bank, a growth oriented business to now the 0-1, even if the RBI is there to protect the stake of a particular shareholders. So this is the way of we can check it out of a efficient organization culture. Another one is socio-economic goals and social cohesion and minimization of wastage, corruption, red tapeism system can be declined through the corporate governance. Corruption can be declined, frauds can be dictated. Scientific way we can evaluate the corporate governance. And red tapeism system, we can remove the red tapeism system where the corruption can be carried out. Nowadays what happens? Even if the government is promoted the ease of doing business, within a 1 month, the promoters are facing difficulty due to the red tapeism system. So, my dear students, the objectives, not only the corporate social responsibility, but also transparency, accountability, culture, and socio-economic goals, and to minimize the wastages and corruption should be reduced, with the red tapeism system should be removed in our country, then only the corporate governance can success, otherwise it cannot be, it creates a mischievous way of doing business. My dear students, another topic is need, significance and importance of corporate governance. If you talk about need and significance and importance, there is one complaint in my mind, that is called as ethical, moral and legal compliances and the voluntary adaptation of practices. Without ethical, moral values, legal compliances, accountability, transparency, responsibility is not there, even if the particular corporate governance cannot be successful. The need of ownership structure, it means first one, changing ownership structure. Changing ownership structure means, as already stated, Yes Bank case, as already stated, the Reliance Two Brothers case. These are the public institutions, these are the public body, and should be corporate governance, should be consumer friendly approach should be adopted, and the management should adopt a ethical values should be created, otherwise the business cannot exist. Next one is the enhance the investor trust. Trust means the trust is created, the faith is created. It means evaluation of company means ROI is required. If the transaction is evaluated properly, the investor trust can be created or it can be enhanced. How it is enhanced? It means the investor who are provided with a high level of disclosure and transparency, then only the trust will be encouraged, increased. Next one, social responsibility. As already stated, the board of directors should protect the right of a customer, employee, shareholder, suppliers, and local communities. Share, supplier, community, social responsibilities are covered with a different stakeholders approach. It means the customer asks service, good quality product. Employee asks salary, wages and remuneration. Shareholder asks dividend and interest. Supplier asks the good raw material should be supplied with a stipulated amount of time being period. Means there is steadiness of approach of sending the raw material to the particular company. Local community asks regarding the development. Here in our community, the company is there, so the company should develop the roads, schools and colleges and other ways or of awareness created, like as a polio, eradication of poverty, polio and some of the other ways and means. And next one is the growing number of scams. In recent years, in the time being periods, many white collar scams are to be occurred in Indian corporates, and that is due to the only corrupt practices, misuse, misappropriation of money and in the stocks and in form of from the loans from the banks, financial institutions and government bodies and in a different other ways. Those only the scams are to be occurred. These are called as a white collar scams. And these are called as a white collar crimes. Another point is a indifference on a part of a shareholders. Shareholders are the real owner of the company. In the annual general body meeting, there is a open mouth of approach by the shareholders, and the company should focus on their presentation as regards to the improvement, and the shareholder asks whether my company will exist for at a next 5 years. This is the indifference. How it is possible? Now this is possible through the, if it is a ballot can be, or if can be in the meeting, there is a openness should be there. In the AGM meeting, we should ask the shareholders, what's your opinion? And there is no need of proxies is required. Proxies means the presence of shareholder is required to participate in the meeting. In the resolution, the shareholders' points can be detected and rectified also. And the directors cannot misuse their powers with own needs. Then only the need of corporate governance can successful. My dear students, in the need, the first one changing ownership, second enhanced investor trust, social responsibility, scams and indifference part of shareholders, and sixth point is the better access to global market. Global market means encourage the FIs, foreign institutional investors, encourage the FDI, foreign direct investment. How it is possible? This is possible through the relaxation of foreign rules and regulation or Foreign Exchange Management Exposure Act. Then only it can be successful. And next one is the hostile takeovers. Hostile takeovers? Takeovers means in recent days you see there are different takeovers can be carried out. It means different corporation of a different countries can take over the different type of companies for efficient code of control and takeover rules can be applicable by the top management and not a put question on merging the any entity without the approval of the board of directors. Another one is the SEBI. SEBI is the important body of a corporate governance, Security Exchange Board of India, and he can look into the interest, safeguard of the investors and all stakeholders. Then only the corporate governance can be successful. Next point is widespread of shareholders. The shareholders are the real owner of the company, then can be spread across the even though in the particular world, and the shareholders should cover with the practical implement code of conduct of a corporate governance level. Means shareholders should be participate in the corporate affairs of a particular business or particular company. Next point is easy finance from institution. Due to the good corporate, good business, good ethical way of doing business, good trusted business, the finance can be get back by the financial institution and banks very easy way. Means well governed company received higher market valuation as well as a higher level of finance can be or funded in different ways. Another one is the enhancing enterprise valuation. The business can be valued or with a confidence or expectation can be created through the corporate governance level. And next point is the reduce the risk of corporate crisis and scandals. Scandals, crisis, there is a unknown crisis there, Satyam crisis there, Harshad Mehta scams are there, and some other scams are there which I have discussed later on stages that can be reduced with the proper corporate governance. 3 P's, it means policy, procedure, practice. 2 A's, system and standard. 4 pillars, transparency, accountability, responsibility and fairness of approach. With these words, the corporate governance will be success, otherwise it can be failure one. My dear students, doing a good business, doing a right business, doing a right way of doing business with values or moral, ethical issues can be covered with the corporate governance level. My dear students, if I am talking about cases, means corporate scandals in the 1998, one case is there, vanishing company. More than 650 companies are raised money and then vanish from stock market. How strange! This 650 company raising money and he is vanished from stock market. This is a great scandal. Then another scandal is 1997 of UTI, Unit Trust of India. What the scandal says? The chairman of UTI got an arbitrary power to decide investment up to 40 crore. It means the valuation of a unit value will be crushed. In 1999, plantation scam is there. You see, there is a teak plantation, saplings are there. They are promising 300% of growth, 200% of growth in plantation. And in the particular night, they can vanish with a such a scam is created. Another one is 2001 Ketan Parikh security scam is there. Huge amount loan from the banks, invest in the market. It is also 2001. 2003 Telgi scam is there, where one government can be also dissolved of illegal stamp papers. 2008 Satyam scam is there. Stock prices are to be changed in forged sales invoices. In the 2008 another scam is there, that is Golden Forest India scam, where invest the money in forestry funds, gold, that is called as Golden Forestry. And 2008 Seashore Group cheat fund scam is there. You know, better know about the what cheat fund scams are there. I am never focused on cheat fund scams because these are the bad way of doing business. Another one is the housing loan scams of LIC in 2010, 2013 NSEL scam, 2013 and 2018 PNB scam, Punjab National scam, that is bank fraud with the help of senior officials. My dear students, why scams, scandals, white collar crimes, wrong doing of business, bad approach, why it is carried out? This is carried out only due to the lack of governance level of a corporate body. So, my dear students, system, policy, procedure, standard, approach, transparency, fairness, accountability, responsibility is required for doing a business for a longer period of time. Thank you. If any question, you can ask me. Thank you.